Yeah, so we got these. And then if these equal null, then we just go through the list. Item instance ID, stack change. Actually, if it's unequal to null, then the first thing we do is we make the array. And we make it the same length. Then, for each of these, we set it to be a new one of these, and we pass in one of these. That's all good. And then here, we're putting in the item added. Here, we're putting in the item removed. Alright, so then here, I want to pass in the item stack change on this. And we get our item instance ID. And our stack change. Alright, so then this needs to return a value, and then this... Wait. Item instance is a type, but it is used like... Oh. Yeah. Type or namespace this. Right. And then we gotta do this a little bit later. So we'll get back to that. And then here we're applying the stack change, which means I think we should so we're not creating a new item here. But just in case we run into issues with this, I'm going to say if it doesn't exist, couldn't, let's see, try to change size of stack on non-existent, on item that doesn't exist on server. Hooray! So I don't want to do this spawn on client stuff yet. And then we don't need to do this other stuff. Really, we only need to say instance count. Wait, so I've got this instance add to count. Why don't I plus equals add set dirty? I mean, that's another way of doing it, right? I think that's how I wanted to do it initially. God, is that the better way to do it? Instead of sending messages like this, I just, don't know. Count can't be used like this. It's inaccessible. Oh, of course. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But, I mean, I guess setting it dirty doesn't matter if we're on we're on the client. Okay. Well, it's at least to the point that it's compiling now. All right, so we got our item stack changes here. Make this, we make our added items. So then when we receive it, we're going to say, I guess we should kind of do this the same way, right? Like, for each of these that exists, we're just going to tell it apply, and then the apply function is going to actually apply it. Man, I really am kind of wondering though. Well, so it's like, so the kind of the way that I had started to set it up before was that when you make a change to an item, it sets it to dirty. And then it's like, if an inventory is set to dirty, then it'll transfer it over. And maybe that's a better way of doing it. And I did this CL add item. But then this here isn't going to actually add it. Ah, no! Yeah, see, there's another way of doing this, which I had started to do before, and that is, it's just whenever you update an item instance in an inventory, you set it to dirty, and then as a result, the inventory is set to dirty, and then when the chunk is refreshing, it sees that that inventory is dirty, and so it sends it over, or maybe it would send the delta, like it would just flush the parts that are dirty, right? Maybe that makes more sense. Thing is, it's late and I'm really, really tired right now. So I kind of don't want to open that can of worms. So doing item apply. Hey, why does this have so many errors? Oh, because this has to go off of this, right? Wait, does that work? That's at least a bit better. Net message stack changes. Say what? No definition found. Isn't it right here? Oh. It has to be this net message. Operator cannot be set to null. Network data item instance is a struct, so it can't be null. Hey, Masterminder, how's it going? I'm trying to get inventory instances transfer. Well, like I'm trying to get changes to the player inventory to transfer.